Stephen, just to hit on one other point that I alluded to a few minutes ago when you talked about the quarterback Purdy that might be coming to Alabama, and not necessarily a very cream of the crop, a guy that you would expect Nick Saban to be targeting, but just to give these guys, these players coming out of high school, a little bit more cred, a little bit more credibility and credit and recognition for what they've accomplished. Consider this, because we get wrapped up in the star ratings and the system that we see, and we're used to talking about Alabama and Clemson and USC and Ohio State, and everybody's a 5-star, 4-star. That now we get so wrapped up in that, we see a 3-star and we're like, what's wrong with him? He must not be any good. That's crazy. Listen to this. This is SB Nation statistics here. There's 300,000 high school seniors playing football in America. In any given year, there's roughly 30 to 35 who are 5-stars. That's 0.01%. There are about 400 4-stars. That's about 0.013%. That's not meaning 1%. That's 0.013%. That's so then we've got 1,400 3-stars. So even if you're a 3-star, which again, we could run down the NFL Pro Bowlers who were 3-stars in high school, and we could go on and on and on for hours. And the impact players in college football, really, even at a place like Alabama, a bulk of their team is built by 3-stars. And certainly at places like Michigan State and Wisconsin, Kansas State, they build top 15 teams with 3-star athletes. But 3-stars, 1,400 out of those 300 plus thousand are 3-star athletes, 3-star football players. That's less than 0.5%. Then even 2-stars is less than 1%. That's only 1,800 guys even reach 2-star status, that we never talk about those guys. 2-star guys, less than just about 0.5%. And that means everybody else who doesn't get rated, who doesn't make it to college football, who's got to walk on, whatever the situation is, who's going to play at Wyoming and not rated at all, but actually starts there and has a productive career. That's over 296,000 out of the 300,000 that play high school football as seniors. 98.8% not rated.
So what you're telling me here, Mark, is that the college football world is full of Levi Wallaces. College football world is full of Levi Wallaces.
Yeah, I think when we turn on these games, we just assume that all these guys running around were highly touted. And yes, many of them were. And certainly we talk Alabama here with you. That's to a greater extent than anywhere else in the country. But there are thriving programs out there doing extremely well on guys that are 2- and 3-star athletes. And even there at the very top cream of the crop, if you look at how many players graduate from high school having played football and want to play in college, it's staggering. It's amazing what these guys have achieved, the guys that we talk about on a regular basis.
It's interesting because when you look at Alabama's team this past year, you look at a lot of the leaders on this past team, a lot of them were, 3-star guys. I mean, Levi Wallace was a walk-on, and he led the team with 15 pass breakups, had 3 picks. Bradley Bozeman was a very low 3-star out of Handley High School in Roanoke, Alabama. Matt Womack, who actually started at right tackle this past year, young man out of Hernando, Mississippi, he was a 3-star. So there were quite a few 3-stars on this past Alabama team that really made that impact. So it's fun to look at recruiting, but for me, it's always been, what do you do when you officially arrive on campus at your respective school? Because once you arrive, the stars don't matter. It's what do you do on the field? How do you impact the team? How do you perform your job? And how do you go from being the man to just operating as one of the men?
Absolutely. It's been a good discussion with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama, as we are 3 days and counting to National Signing Day, that first Wednesday of February the 7th. Stephen M. Smith. You can join him on Touchdown Alabama, also with Show the Way It Is, Fox 97.9. And of course, you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you love college football. If you don't, you can just hang out with us anyway. You're welcome to. I really don't understand it, but if you love college football,
we are not ostracizing you.
not at all. You just want to hear guys talking about random events and names. But if you love college football, this is the place to be. We talk to the best bloggers and broadcasters in the industry. Stephen, we know you got a ton going on. I appreciate you stopping by.
No problem, Mark. Going to get prepped up for Super Bowl Sunday.
Absolutely. Have you made a prediction on that one?
You know what? I have. As much as everybody's going New England, I got the Eagles in this one. I think Nick Foles pulls it. I got the final score 27-24 Philly.
Okay. That would be very interesting. Of course, once the championship teams. Yes, sir.
I think I had the Eagles getting a kick return touchdown in this game. Philly finds a way to get a kick return touchdown, but 27-24 Philly.
All right. Very good. You heard it right here from Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Do we have any tied players on either one of those squads? I can't come up with any off the top of my head.
Well, right now, Chance Warmack, who played at Alabama from 2009 to 2012, he's the offensive guard for the Philadelphia Eagles. And funny story, Chance Warmack got to Philadelphia at a very opportune time. He was drafted by the Tennessee Titans, and time there at Nashville did not work well for Chance. So he was let go from the Titans. The Titans did not pick up the fifth-year option on him. So he walks to Philadelphia. He's playing for the Eagles right now. As far as the Patriots go, Donta Hightower and Cyrus Jones both play for New England, but they're injured this season. They suffered injuries this year. Donta Hightower, a pectoral injury. Cyrus Jones had a slightly torn ACL. So both of those two will not play in the Super Bowl, but should the Patriots win, they do get a ring. But the guy that's actually playing is Chance Warmack.
And Hightower was off to a very productive start to his NFL career with the Patriots. Very good player.
Very sound player. Just got to find a way to stay healthy. He, along with Cyrus Jones. I feel like that with New England, you just got to have Cyrus Jones be a defensive back. I wouldn't put defensive back and punt returner on him yet at the same time. Let him grow as a defensive back first in the NFL and then give him some of those punt return roles.
He is Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Joins me on a regular basis to talk Alabama, the SEC, and the nation of college football. We appreciate it, Stephen. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Will do, Mark. Enjoy it yourself, man. Have a great one.